Hi everyone, Patrick here, and today I'm coming to you from the heart of my province here at the Stonane Mandeln in the Sarno Valley, the stony men that are here all around me, and all around me also the mountains of my province. From the far east I can see the Dolomites, and in the west the highest peaks that we have here in South Tyrol with the Ortler that goes up to 4,000 meters. Just a gorgeous view all around, and it's in this place here that the fantasies and the imagination of humans has done a rather terrible thing. We'll talk about it later, but today we will also use our imagination too for something more beautiful, and that's to imagine three cameras that I believe that if Fujifilm were to make them, they would turn out in an instant success, and I don't understand why they still haven't done it yet. Okay, so the first camera that Fujifilm should make, and actually we have already seen it in form of a prototype, is an XT styled GFX camera. So a GFX camera that looks exactly like this camera over here. I understand that Fujifilm thinks that already the GFX line is a niche camera, and if they also would go with a retro layout, then it would become even more niche, because there is this belief, and it's true, that PSAM style cameras are the mainstream. But I don't get this argument, because as I've shown in a video that I've made, and I will link it down below, to me, the retro layout combines the best of both worlds, because you can use these dials here, the dedicated dials, but you don't have to. You can very simply, with just a few turns on the dials, disable them all, so they are just pure aesthetic, and control every single parameter with front and rear command dial, just like on any PSM camera. Aperture, shutter speed, ISO, just front and rear command dial. So that's very simple to do. That's why I consider this layout here superior, because, for example, when I photographed the wedding of my best friend, I set it up that way so I could control everything with front and rear command dial, because the conditions were constantly changing and I had to be very, very fast. But most of the time when I'm traveling, when I'm with my family, I just use the retro dials because they are more fun and inspiring for me to use. Okay, that's the first camera. Please, Fujifilm, go ahead, especially now in times where innovation is a bit lacking, and this could be the real innovation in GFX lineup. A retro styled XT looking GFX camera. I would sell my GFX 100S for that immediately, and I'm sure many others would do too. The second camera, once again Fujifilm, just look at what's popular in your X series lineup. And what's popular besides the XT5, the XT4, the XT line? It's the X100 line. So what I want Fujifilm to do is a fixed lens GFX camera, rangefinder style. I know Fujifilm said the problem with this camera is that it should be as small as possible, or rather compact, and with that huge of a sensor, that's a challenge, but I think we are in 2023, that's a challenge Fujifilm can master. Look at the XS20, it has IBIS articulating screen, the big battery, everything is inside there, and the body is incredibly small. So I believe there is a lot that can be done also in terms of GFX here with a fixed lens GFX camera. And now to the last camera, and that's the one I struggled most with, and I will be honest, many of you were asking for it, and I never really believed that was a good idea until something happened. So the third camera that I think Fujifilm should make is a Monochrome X Pro camera, and I was never really a fan of this, but then something happened that made me change my mind, and it was when Pentax launched the K3 monochrome camera, DSLR camera, and it was such a terrific success, and it sold so well, and Pentax really struggled to deliver that camera. And so I thought, yeah, okay, that must be it. I mean, that's proof that this monochrome sensor is really wanted by the photography community, and if Pentax can succeed with a DSLR monochrome camera, then imagine an X Pro camera with a monochrome sensor. So these are the three cameras that I believe Fujifilm should do, and they would turn out instantly in a terrific success. Talking about terrific things, this place here, the Stonane Mandeln, these figures here, these stony men here, they stand here since over 500 years already, and the legend is that this was a place where the witches met in the past, and they made some of their magics to create bad weather conditions and destroy the agricultures of the people that were living down there in the valley. And the stony men here are nothing else but shepherds and hikers that these witches turned into stone. And sadly, this belief was so strong at that time the medieval time that even a woman down there was tortured, and she had to admit that she indeed was a witch and she indeed created the bad weather and destroyed agriculture, and then she was killed, burned, and yeah, weird times. Okay, that's it. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you feel like you want to hit the notification bell, then do that too. I'm happy about it, and I see you in the next video and the next one with a rumor. Okay, bye, ciao.